Fourth grade. This week, I wanted to kind of walk you through the steps that we're going to be taking to start our design project. You guys have been working on your invention convention ideas and what your inventions are going to be. And what I'm going to help you do is to create a brand for that invention so that not only do you have a really awesome invention, but you also have a visual representation of that invention. Say if you wanted to sell it, then you would have that design to go with your invention. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk you through the PowerPoint that I shared with you, and then I'm also going to show you the steps in creating this style board. All right, so in your assignment this week, you're going to first find the Google Slides. So click on that. And one thing I wanted to make sure I mentioned is that it's always important to click this Present button. It gives you the best view of the PowerPoint presentation. All right, so branding your invention. What is a brand? A brand is a lot of different things, and every company has a brand. It's their identity, what makes them them. It's their value, strategy. How are they selling? How are they making their products? Marketing and advertising. That's how they're getting you to buy stuff. And also things like the logo and the design. So what our focus is going to be is the design and the logo. We're not going to worry about all these other things right now. You're actually working on some of that on your own when you're talking about your strategy for your invention. So design. How is your invention seen? What makes your invention stand out? This is one professional example of a design board. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to create a brand design styling guide. And in that are just 5 things: the name of your invention, a simple explanation of what your invention is, 3 colors that you're going to be using over and over, and 3 fonts that you're going to use over and over, and then 1 simple image. That's going to help you when you're creating visuals for your company. Here is one example of a style design board that I created. So this one was Conversation Bubbles. That's the name of the invention. And what it is a set of clear bubbles you can go into to safely have a conversation with a friend without sharing the same air. The 3 fonts that I've picked, the title font is this one called Modak. Title font needs to be big, bold. It doesn't have to be very easy to read. It's okay if it's a little stylized. Then you need a heading font. Again, a little bit bold, but maybe a little bit more clear. And then your main body font needs to be very clear and easy to read. This was what you would use if you're actually explaining something that people have to read and be able to read easily. And then you're going to be picking 3 colors. 1, 2, 3, I'll show you how you do that. And then 1 very, very simple image. So for me, I picked a bubble, one with this little highlight because it's a little bit cartoony and I like that about it. All right, so that's one. Let me show you one more example. This one is called Recipe Robot. So that's my invention, and the explanation is robot that scans your refrigerator and pantry and then tells you what recipes you can make with what you have. My title font, my big font, is called Homemade Apple, thinking kind of, restaurant-y. And then the heading font, the next one was this VT323, and that I was thinking robot. And then my main body font is actually what automatically pops up anytime you type in Google, and that's the Arial. Here are my 3 colors I picked, and then my image is a fork eating recipes. Okay, so if you are back in your assignment, what I want for you to do is to go over here and click on this Google Drawings. I have created a template for you, and I want you to change these things, right? This is for your invention. So let me walk you through my third invention I came up with. And this one, so, okay, first thing, the name of the font. I double clicked. So I click on this name of invention and I double click. It's going to give you this box. My next invention is called the Germ Zapper. And then I'll just hit enter. Good, that changed that. And I might want to move it over into the middle. Here we go. This is our simple explanation. This is just a text box. So just kind of highlight it and start typing. Mine is a small machine you keep in your pocket when pointed at objects. It zaps all the germs away. All right, there's my explanation. I need to move this up a little bit. All right, cool. Next thing, title font. All right, this is really fun. I love to go in here and look for fonts. So what I'm going to do is I've already just highlighted it. I'm going to go up here, and we did this before, but more fonts. And what I'm going to do is I actually like to go here for, instead of all fonts, go to display. And again, this is my biggest, boldest font. And so I'm going to scroll through here. There's so many different options. So think of my title. It was Germ Zapper. So I'm thinking either something that reminds me of germs or something that makes me think of zapping something. So I'm just going to scroll down through here until I find something that stands out to me for either one of those titles. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I kind of like that one. That kind of reminds me of germs. So I'm going to click on that and click OK. Oh, cool. I love that. So that changed this title font. Now, I need you to double click and right here where it says name of font, backspace, and type in the actual font name. This is called Freckleface. Oops, make sure your cursor's there. Freckleface. Enter. Okay, that changed that. I can move that kind of center. Now I need to go and get my heading font. Again, this is another font that is kind of fun and big and bold, maybe not quite as crazy as your title. So I'm going to go into more fonts. Now I really want this one to be kind of, I'm going to think of that zap. So I can do all fonts. I could do handwriting. Display is what we already looked at. Handwriting, of course, is something like somebody took their own hand and wrote it out. Is there anything I see here that could look like zapping something? Not quite. Okay. Monospace is what you would think of when you think of very computerized, robot-y types of things. Serif is a more traditional type of font. And then sans serif is ones that don't have quite that little like piece on the edge of the letter. Sorry, that's not a really great explanation. But I think I'm going to go back into display because that has the best stuff. I'm just going to scroll down, look for something that makes me think of zapping. I'm thinking something that's angular, maybe even a little sideways. Okay, there's so many good ones here. I can spend hours scrolling through the fonts just because I love them so much and there are so many different options. But because I don't want to take too much time, let's just pick one in 3, 2, and this is hard. See, I want to get it right. This one. Cool. Okay. Oh, nice. Now I want to make that one a little smaller. And I'm going to remember this name of font here. And the reason this is called Serena. The reason we are typing these in, the font name, is because you need to be able to find that font over and over because we're going to use it for a couple of different things. All right, main body font. Let's just pick something really simple that's easy to read that would be, just a simple font. Okay, cool. Now let's change the name. This one is Montserrat. Okay, cool. All right, now we get to pick our 3 colors, which is also fun. So germ, zapper. I already know I'm going to use a green. Now these shapes down here, the fun thing is you can actually change the shape. So I right clicked and right here it says change shape. And let's see, I'm doing germs or zappers. Oh, isn't there like a lightning bolt? That might be cool. So I'm going to do that. Oh, fun. I'm going to make it, well, you know what? That's going to be kind of hard. I don't think I'll be able to see the text very well. So maybe I'll go in and change it to this guy instead. I know that looks kind of like a cloud, but I'm going to make it look like it's a germ. All right, now this is a tool that you should know. If you go into Google and you type color picker, it gives you this super, oh, already green, this super awesome color picker. And you can go in here and change, let's see, ooh, I like these kind of neon-y green. Oh yeah, that bright green. All right, so what this color is, the name of that color, and it is the same name in every single place you go, is right here. And it's a series of letters and numbers. So I highlight that, I'm gonna copy it. I'm going to go back into my thing here. Remember that paint bucket? I'm going to go to the paint bucket and I'm going to add. And right here, this is already highlighted. So I'm going to paste those numbers and click OK. And right here, I'm going to highlight color number here and I'm going to paste that number right there. So I always know what that color is. All right, what's another color that would be fun for a germ zapper? Maybe kind of like a neon-y, oh, purple. Yes, I love it. Okay, I already love that color. I'm going to highlight that, copy the name, go into my thing. I'm going to, again, change my shape by right-clicking, change shape, and I'm going to pick the same cloud. I'm going to change the color using the paint bucket by adding, pasting that colored number that I found on my color picker. Okay, highlight this and paste that color into there. All right, let's see, a third color. Now, black and white are free colors. You don't have to use one of those as one of your colors if you do not want to. What you can do is think about using kind of like one of these neutrals, like a light gray or something like that. I think that's a pretty color. All right, here we go. Copy that color, go back, change my shape. Let's see, change shape. I'm using the cloud. I'm going to change the color by adding, paste my color number into there. Okay, and then don't forget to title it here so we can always remember and copy that color code. All right, guys, very last thing we have to do is go right here and insert image here. This is actually an image. So if you right click, you can say, scroll down, replace image. And we're going to do that whole search the web. And what I'm going to do is do a lightning bolt. Again, I'm looking for something super simple. Ooh, I like this one. Don't worry about the color because we're going to have an opportunity to change the colors later on. All right, there it is. Now let's take a look. Cool. So this is my style board. I would go back over here and I would say turn in, submit. Next week, we will work on making a logo, but this is or excuse me, not next week. In the middle of the week, I'm going to send you guys a logo assignment. All right, great work. Let me know if you have any questions.